Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and jammers of all genders. I'm your host, PatchTheAlpha. Welcome to the TeaSpill podcast. Finally, another episode after a while of not uploading one. Today, I'm joined here by an interesting guest, Hydralicious, also known as Claudia. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay, so you guys may know me and Hydralicious. We've had a bit of beef, fair to say, right? There was a bit of
Yeah.
drama going on between us two. You may have seen it over on Instagram or stuff like that, or even on YouTube with like 2 videos you made on me, right? Um, I actually had a video already planned, like sort of already recorded, but we're sort of like already over. I mean, we're gonna explain the whole drama just in 1 second, but yeah, I've already had a video sort of planned and recorded, but I decided to, scrap it because, in all honesty, I don't think it was needed, and we're perfectly over drama now and sort of stuff like that. But yeah, hi Hydra, thanks for coming on again, I know it may sort of be a bit awkward since considering I was gonna, make a content critique on you and went sort of off for a good start.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, do you want to just sort of introduce yourself? Are you on Instagram, YouTube? What do you do? What do you make videos on?
Well, I started on Instagram and moved along on YouTube.
Mm.
I did have a previous YouTube channel called Chocolate Derpy Derp, that cringe of a name. Um, I quit it for 2 years. I came back, and my whole motto was about gifting and just giving people items because
Oh my god, my
um,
bad. My notifications are on now. Yeah, sorry, I turned those off. Oh my god, I literally, you were on about turning your notifications off and mine are on. Right, my bad. They're off now. Bad start.
um, it's kind of an already deep thing to talk about,
Mm.
but my whole thing was there's this girl I knew, and she was like 8 years old, one of my youngest fans, and
Mm.
she has a Spanish kind of name. I can't really pronounce it. I've always had trouble
Mm.
pronouncing it. YouTube channel. She had like 100,000 subscribers. I can no longer find the channel anymore, sadly.
Mm.
I'm assuming she passed away. She hasn't been in contact with me.
Mm.
Been the type of person to give away and stuff.
Alright, I see what you mean.
She like given a lot to me like for a very long time, and like I kind of was inspired by that. So
Mm.
I was thinking about making a tribute to her soon. I want to make the video really
Mm.
special, and I don't want to make it like really crappy because like
Yeah.
it's about somebody
So,
that's important.
were
And
they in the AJ community, or was it some other just on YouTube? Did you say?
it was an Animal Jam thing. Yeah,
Oh
she played
right.
Animal Jam, her favorite game.
Mm. I see. Well, yeah, that's nice. That'll certainly be a good video to make, like sort of a tribute thing on her.
Mhm.
Anyway, you said it's all right if we talk about, the drama we had, right? The videos and the sort of stuff we've been going on. So, first of all, like, we're in drama, basically. You made 2 YouTube videos on me over on your channel, right? I
Yes,
can't.
very cringe one.
I can't remember the exact title, but I think one was Patch the Alpha Exposed, right? Just
Yeah.
that, and then the other one's something similar. Then we started sort of, arguing over on Instagram, things like that. Then I sort of had a thing where my YouTube account got banned temporarily for thing with the horse mums, which I know you know about now. We'll talk about that later too. But you called me over on Instagram, like an Instagram call, which by the way, props to you on that. That was a bold move because obviously, I mean, honestly, I didn't know what you were like. Like I was thinking it would just be an immature person. I was ready to like curse you out, if that makes sense. Like I didn't know how it was gonna go. But yeah, props to you on that. It was quite a bold move, calling me on Instagram, and it certainly got things, sorted out between us two. I'd say.
I wanted like my first like impression of you was
Mm.
like you're really cool and everything,
Mm.
and I had the mindset like I really wanted to make a collab with you, and
Mm.
I kind of like didn't like the content you were making just because of my mindset of wanting to be a jam ambassador,
Mm.
and which is no longer a thing. But
Yeah, we'll
when
talk about that soon. I want to get into a Jambasta thing, but yeah, carry on.
during that time, I did want to do that, and then I said that, and like I don't know why I got so triggered about it. I don't know why. You're like,
Mm.
you're fake. Get out my
Yeah.
DM. That's when I kind of took an immature turn.
Mm.
Because I was going through a lot actually with drama in high school, and I was already heated up about that.
Mm.
So I kind of bring it into my social life on YouTube, and I
Mm.
made like these really cringe videos. I didn't have a lot of background behind it either.
Yeah.
I picked off like little like scraps of from what people
Yeah,
who
I know what
followed
you
me.
mean. Like, you sort of at one point just went onto like a PatchTheAlpha, I'd say hate page sort of thing where they posted about me, so I've just got screenshots from that, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also from the mag left
Yeah,
person.
that video, yeah. I noticed some of that. At one point, I even noticed like there was one screenshot of some like absolutely different username that you included, and I was like, "Who's that? That's not even me." Like, sort of this some person called Etsy AJ or something like that, and they were commenting like some rude comments, like just random insults on someone's page, and I was like, "That's not even me. What?" But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, in general, you made two videos. The first one being like 5 minutes, which was, I mean, I guess we can talk about it now. It was sort of, in my opinion, like a really bad video because you didn't like sort of use voice or anything. And you didn't really include any proof. It was sort of just like you and AJ, right? Talking about the situation. Sort of typing it out.
I was just typing in
Yeah.
the chat. Yeah.
And then the second video was sort of a longer one, more of a, I guess, in-depth one, like a 25-minute, like a PatchTheAlpha length video. Because my videos are also long. I need to really
Yeah.
work on that. But yeah, that was sort of a 25-minute one where you actually, used the mic and seemed a bit more like, you actually wanted to talk about the whole situation. But anyway,
Yeah.
apart from the videos, I remember the first time you contacted me, right, was asking for like sort of a collab thing. In Instagram DMs, and the second thing, like, you sort of asked for a collab, and then the second thing you put like, oh wait, I didn't understand that you were, such a person, you swear and do this sort of stuff, and that's what I had the first issue with you with, because it sort of seemed like this was in the same day that you messaged me about the collab and the other thing. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And you were sort of like, oh, I've got an issue with your content, yada yada. And then I just like, responded, didn't think much of it, and then I saw the videos later on actually get posted like in my Discord or something. And by the way, one question I want to ask you about is, did you expect some like a lot of, because you got some backlash and I guess for ratings on the videos, were you expecting sort of backlash and a bad sort of attention around the videos, or did you think they'll go well? Did you think like the videos were, quite valid?
I thought we have a fair amount
Mm.
of like both ends because I know a lot of people didn't like you, and I know a
Yeah,
lot of
there's
people
certainly a large amount, yeah. Mm.
kind of like a mix. There's some comments that like I think like Patch should stay on YouTube. I like Patch and like stuff like that. And there's other
Mm.
people saying like, I don't like Patch. He's called people names and stuff
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
obviously like the people that, dislike me and they'll definitely like the video. And that's sort of the thing, like when you make a video on someone, on one hand, it will obviously, especially a controversial person, it will get attention and sort of support because there's a lot of people that dislike them. But then there's also like the person's audience and like the person's, the people that actually know what content they make and things like that. And I mean, I'm looking up there because I've got a load of like sort of screenshots. I'm not going to get too in depth into it, but the videos, by the way, I just want to let you know that I didn't, tell my audience to, mass dislike your videos or anything like that. It was just sort of in my Discord one day, and I looked at the videos, and they had like the like to dislike ratios were like 19:29, and then on your other one there were 27. So you got a lot more likes on that one because the video is like more high quality, I guess. 27 to 32. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think that, so many of my followers would go and dislike it, like with, like I didn't want to, sort of bring up hate around the situation because I knew at that point I wanted to sort of make a content critique on you, but, I didn't like tell anybody yet or anything, and it's just sort of, I guess on one hand, I don't want to say I appreciate the hate, guys, because now me and Hydra are all over, okay? Like, we're fine now. I don't want any hate on, like, anybody's pages. But it sort of, like, was nice to see that people were supporting me because I especially got really bad PTSD from the whole mag video situation. You know, that video that got a load of traction on me. Do you know which one, like, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was sort of worried, I guess, that a load of people, see this one and think the same like thing about me and go over to my pages. And I mean, after the mag video, I was obviously one on the bad end. I was getting like death threats, things along those lines. After that video, mass people just started mass disliking and spamming my Instagram page with reports, things like that. But yeah, it was sort of, I guess, I don't want to say nice seeing that. you know, people sort of stuck up for me. But I just wanted to say to everyone, you know, thank you. But the drama's like over now. You shouldn't, you know, go over to your channel and dislike anything or things like that. We'll get all sorted. And I mean, just carrying on talking about it. You know the videos you made on me. What was the primary reason, like, you made them, in your opinion?
Well, I was not the type of person to the voice connection was like really bad.
All right.
Difficulties.
Can you hear me? All right.
I think it's good now.
All right. No, it's good. Sorry.
Okay, so basically, my primary reason, because I've always been the type of person to try to like get rid of every negativity in like a community I'm
Mm.
in, and like I've always had a hard time doing that with like so many things. Like,
Mm.
for instance, I've been in high school for like 4 years now, and like people in there, like there's so many negative people and
Yeah.
racist people.
Yeah, I know what you
I was
mean.
the I was
Definitely in
always the
high
type of
school,
person
there's a
to
lot of like the race and behavior, things like that.
yeah, and so in high school, like I like always stepped up for people and stuff, and I actually got in a physical fight because of it. So
Mm.
it wasn't fun. I did not like hurting another person, like another human being, but I had
Mm.
to defend myself as best as I could, and a video got leaked, and that was not a fun time.
Wow, there's a Hydra fighting video out there. That
Yeah,
should be fun to watch. Wow.
on YouTube. Yeah, it should be on YouTube. Somebody posted it. I
Mm.
heard a rumor about it, so
Mm.
it got like a 1K views.
Uh. Right, so back to
Yeah,
like sort of main thing. Why did you make the videos on me? Like as honest as you can.
yeah. I was like leading up to that with
Mm.
that. So like for instance, like all those examples. When I was in Ammo Jam, like it was a very kind and awesome place back in the
Mm.
years, and like when I looked at your content, like I kind of thought you were
Mm.
like a person that was more than like actually like critiquing them. I didn't
Mm.
really look into it too much, which was
Yeah.
my mistake, obviously. But
I
like,
certainly am, you know, very toxic, which you managed to point out whenever I would critique someone, because I've sort of, I guess, I've got the same sort of mindset as you. Like, I know it may seem sort of weird coming from me, because I myself am really toxic, especially to these people, but, you know, I sort of want to, I guess, get rid of all this negativity and all these people from the community too, which is like one of the main reasons I make videos on them, sort of explaining, you know, telling all my audience about it and things like that. And I do go in on the people, certainly, but, you know, I've sort of got this mindset that, you know, these people obviously, you know, deserve to be exposed and everyone deserves to know about them. But yeah, I see what you mean, definitely. I do definitely go hard on some people. Like the horseman
yeah,
Sarahs.
into certain things, I didn't really look into much in you, and
Mm.
like that's one thing I've learned. If I ever was going to make a video about, I'm gonna make sure I know as much as I know
Yeah,
as
it honestly requires so much research and so much, like, even one simple thing that, like, you mess up, it can lead to, like, a lot of, like, backlash and things like that, and in general, just, you know, people seeing you as, like, you know, oh, you did that one thing wrong, and they'll remember that for a while. Like, I'm not sure if you watched this video, but I actually exposed a Animal Jam pedophile called Toon AJ.
oh my god, I
And
hate him.
yeah, I was really late on that video, but I needed to make sure that, you know, every single piece of like evidence and everything I used, and you know, even just calling him a child predator, like I needed to be 200% sure that he actually is one and, you know, showed full proof. So it definitely requires like a load of research, you know, just sort of like
Yeah,
any exposed video.
that's basically the reason. But
Mm,
like, obviously, I was kind of wrong for it though, because like I
yeah.
wasn't really like about you, and I was leaning more towards like everything that was kind of rumored for say
Mm,
about you. So I took all that,
mm,
and like we beefed for a while. It was like
yeah.
about like a
Hello?
it was like about like a week long like beef session.
Mm, yeah.
So like I kind of like was thinking was like, I should probably end this like drama with you and everything. So
Mm,
I was just we were like going hard at each other too at
yeah.
one point, at one day. And so I called you and I was like, please pick up. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
I remember
and
that.
so
Sort of just right before that as well, right before we started, like, actually, having a full-on argument. I remember you saying, this is one thing, like, I don't want to dwell too hard on, but I just want to ask you, was one aspect of, your videos on me, like, the views and the attraction, like, you'd get? Because I remember you admitted sort of to it, like, in our call, that you definitely, knew they'd get a lot more views, and was that, like, sort of a thing you were thinking about, too, at the time?
Was thinking about it as like I want people to hear me out and like actually listen to
Mm,
me. So if like for instance, like if there's certain videos you'll know if someone likes it. Like if you have less
mhm.
views on one video, obviously not a lot of people care for that type of content.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, sort of seeing on people's channels, well, like, even yours, like, I sort of analyzed your channel and saw that, oh, some of your videos don't perform as well, but this Patch the Alpha video, it gained, obviously, a lot more views than your normal ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, like, definitely an aspect, and I know that perfectly fine as well when I make videos on people, like, I make videos on all types of people, like, in the AJ community, and I know that, like, putting someone more popular in like the title or things like that will obviously get more views than like someone who's like not very well known. Like I put this random username in the title and obviously people won't care, so yeah. And I can see where you like sort of came from with that. I know it wasn't probably a main thing in your video on making on me, but you sort of did know it'll get more views, right?
Yeah, like I was like thinking about like that. And, like I didn't
Hmm.
like care about too much. Like I never ever like really like cared about too much. Like for instance, if I were to get a lot of views one day, I don't think I'll ever make it a profitable thing. Like I won't try to get paid because
Hmm.
like don't really want to take advantage of my fans that way.
Hmm. Well, I
So
think if you do it all right, you're like, you can certainly enable monetization. I'm actually pretty close to it. And I've sort of been getting people ask me if I'm going to enable it on my videos. I sort of go to college, so I'll personally definitely enable monetization on my videos because it's sort of just like, if people want to watch my videos and carry on watching and support me at the same time, it's just like ads on your videos, that's all it is. So I didn't really like see any downtime to it, but yeah, I'm actually pretty close to getting ads enabled on my videos, so I'm thinking about enabling them. But it's perfectly
like
fine if you don't want to.
I was like, oh, I'm like kind of iffy. It's because like
Hmm?
I feel like I'll get backlash from it. Like my fans will be like, "Well, you're using this for money now. You really only want us to watch your videos
Hmm.
because you want money." Never happened. But like, and then when I look at the other side of it, I kind of want to tell them like, if I were to get like money from this, like I would want to use it towards like things towards the channel
Yeah,
rather than
definitely. Like the first thing I would do, like as soon as I start, if I ever start, earning revenue from YouTube, is saving for a better PC than this like piece of junk. But like, yeah, it's sort of as you mentioned, like, I think the only reason why people do like give backlash to people for like having monetization enabled, things like that, is if they're really like clickbait with their videos. Like, you've seen people in the AJ community, right? The popular jammers, the sort
I
of
don't.
videos they make. Like, they're really just clickbaiting. That's when, they really take advantage because they know people will watch those videos. Like, if they put free spikes in the title or things like that, or unreleased black headdress, stuff like that, that's obviously clickbait. And when they earn money from those videos, it's really scummy because it's like, what are you doing? Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like the
Oh, no,
connections
it's
is
good.
bad. I think it's because we're
Oh,
in two
right, I
different.
see. Yeah, it's fine.
I think I heard you though. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those 1000 sapphire free sapphires like
Yeah,
videos.
ridiculous. But yeah, your videos on me, right? The ones you
Mhm.
made. In your opinion, were they like sort of critique videos or were they more like hate videos? Like, what were they in your opinion?
It's more of a critique because I wasn't really like telling people to hate on you. Like I
Yeah,
made
yeah,
sure
I
in the
know. Mm.
video, like I told people, please don't hate on him. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my like not what's happening here.
So the
And like
biggest, so the biggest like issue I've sort of had with your videos when you sort of were explaining the whole situation, you were trying to explain like I make like sort of bullying videos or like harassment videos, and I know you obviously probably don't think that way now, but the sort of issue I had with it is like you're calling me out for like making my critique videos, which that's what most of my videos are, just critiquing jammers around the community. And then you're sort of just like making a critique video yourself, and you call my critique videos like sort of hate videos. And that's the main like criticism I had for you personally. That you're sort of making the same thing. So I'm like, did you make a hate video on me? Like what?
I was actually gonna say about that. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm a little bit critical for saying that because like I
yeah.
was literally doing the same exact thing you were doing.
Yeah. No, it's good though. I mean, I perfectly understood that your video on me was a critique video, you know? I had no issue with that. It's just sort of like, the way you explained that my videos are sort of hate videos, you know? I believe that, criticism's perfectly fine, especially like, to anybody in the AG community, it's, should be perfectly fine. Um, do you understand why I make the videos sort of the way I do now? If that makes sense. Like, my critique videos.
I think I do by this point, the more like I understood you and everything,
Hmm.
and after like getting along with you, I was
Yeah,
like
after
actually
speaking, I feel like, we've definitely sort of come to an understanding of like, why I make the videos I do, and, I've sort of tried to explain it to you as best as I could, I think.
and when you told me about the mag left girl and how she gave you like a lot of bad trauma, like I
Mm,
didn't actually know that until like you told me in this video.
mm,
Um, kind of feel bad now because
yeah.
like we dealt with that much, like, and this person still has that video up too, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
even
And it's
worse. And
perfectly fine, I've got no issue with valid criticism as well, but I'm not sure if you know on that video on me, like, as well. The biggest thing I have an issue with is, like, just people spreading, like, sort of false information or, like, pushing this, like, false narrative. Like, you didn't obviously do it near as much as, the person that made the big video on me. All you basically said was that I make hate videos, which was sort of incorrect. But that person that made that video on me just sort of used so much false information. Like, it's gotten to a point where they used false screenshots, things like that. And it's sort of like, this video's up now permanently, and I am planning on making a response someday. I've definitely got that planned, but it's sort of just like, I was quite unhappy with that video, especially.
I wonder, I don't know if you'd be able to because there's not too much like in there that would violate the guidelines, but like, could you or have you tried to delete the video?
Yeah, so this is one thing, like, I sort of, on one point, I hate, like, deleting critique videos on me. Because I'm perfectly fine with people, making critique videos on me. But it's sort of just, like, this false information aspect and things like that. And I believe that video, I can get deleted, mainly because of one point. Which I'm not sure if I should say. I mean, actually, screw it. That's what my channel got deleted for. It's called, you can file this thing called a privacy violation strike on someone's video. If they include, like, basically any information about you, for, like, example, your real name or, like, pictures of you. And in one section of a video, without my permission, that person actually included a picture of me, so I could actually probably easily get that video deleted. And I have considered it, but it's just like, on one hand, I want to show that, criticism towards me is perfectly fine. But on the other hand, I definitely want that video gone. And it's just like, I'm not sure what to do. But
I
yeah, I
see what
think I
you
would
mean.
be able to delete that video, actually. Hello?
It cuts out. I don't know
Alright,
why.
sorry, my bad.
Right. So I get what you mean though,
Hmm.
and I kind of see like why you should probably keep the video up because like if you make a video about that person, you can kind of tell your side of the story, and if that video gets removed, people won't really know what you're talking about anymore.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I sort of want this as like a big thing leading up, like, I sort of obviously have squabbles and arguments with like people in the community, but even like our argument, I would say it was nothing that major compared to like, I've been in this community for almost 9 years now, and some of the people I've sort of argued with and the drama I've had was like really big, so I'm sort of like leading up to making this big
Yeah.
video, so I sort of might think about deleting it afterwards. But then it's sort of like my side will be up anyway, so like what's the point? But yeah, I'll definitely consider it, I'd say.
Um, one thing I wanted to say is like, when people like say like you say like they're like the word autistic and stuff like that.
Mm,
Like what I understood from that now is that a lot of the times when you say that stuff to people, it's because they come at you first. And I completely understand like when you're getting hate all the
mm,
time and people just like to spread that to you and DM you and just
mm,
harass you, I can understand why you react that way.
mm. Yeah, exactly. And even when we started going into the like real argument, I would say, the conversation we had afterwards. Even I mean, even you yourself started using, words which I mean, I don't want to get too into once again because we're sort of like way over drama and things like that. But you yourself, remember some of the words that we use, like both me and you, like the retard word and the autistic things like that. It was sort of just like coming from both sides, and it's honestly like it's not needed, but that's unfortunately just like what happens, I guess, when the argument gets pushed too far. But it's definitely not right and things like that.
I honestly like felt so bad, and that's
Yeah.
why I called you, because like I don't like doing that to people because I know how it feels. Like if someone
Mm.
says something to you and you're in an argument with them, it's gonna hurt your
Yeah.
feelings. Like
And a big issue I've
like
had as
they'll
well is one particular like sort of insult thing you used. I mean, it was like sort of the Jew comments you made, like sort of you skinny Jew, you autistic Jew, things like
yeah.
that. And I was like, then afterwards, I found out that you're Polish yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually Jewish too.
Yeah, so I was like, I was really sort of confused, and I was like, this person's sort of like disrespecting their own like sort of country and maybe their own religion, and I was just sort of like, what? Because if you guys don't know, I'm Polish also, so yeah, that was sort of really odd to me at the time when we argued, but yeah, it was just sort of stupid comments coming from both sides, definitely.
I was like I was like thinking about it like after I said that I was like I really shouldn't have said that. That's
Yeah,
really bad. And like
yeah,
but my mindset was because this is what I do whenever I get in arguments like that bad, I kind of use
hmm,
the vocabulary against them. So
yeah.
if you're using like some sort of vocabulary, I'll push it 10 times harder back.
Mm. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm like that myself as well. Like whenever I get into an actual argument, when I decide like I really don't like this person, I go full in. And I'm sure you've seen that in like some of my critique videos as well.
Like I do regret it because like I remember when you like kind of showed what I said and you said I was racist. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah, yeah. That's sort of like now. Do you understand like sort of because now I sort of saw the critiques you had in your videos. Do you understand like the critiques I've had for like your videos and the messages you posted, right? So
Yeah.
that was sort of what I was going to base my content critique on you was like sort of, the videos, like the things you said, how like my videos are quote unquote hate videos and like the sort of comments. But I feel like we definitely sorted that out at the end. I actually, you were asking me if I recorded that call, and unfortunately I didn't, but I think it was a great call we had, when you called me on Instagram.
I
Because
was thinking about
we squashed like the whole drama and the beef, and it was a pretty good call.
I was thinking about recording it, but like at the time, like I wasn't ready and prepared to.
Yeah, I
So
was I was debating whether I should or not as well, and I ended up not to, and because I was under the impression that I would just go into the call and honestly curse you out, which is like a really but that's sort of like I always prepare for the worst when I get into arguments with people, and especially now when I guess the sort of like send comments that are like I guess in my opinion immature, like I sort of have an overall idea of how to respond. Like, for example, recently, we've sort of been DMing each other too and sort of talking about drama. The Woot for Life situation, that kid.
oh my god, kid.
Yeah, I was sort of like, people like that you just can't have a serious conversation with, so you're obviously just going to, respond with the most simplistic Neanderthal way.
That call that we did have, it was a little bit tense in the
Hmm.
beginning. Like
Yeah.
you were like,
Yeah, I definitely
you were,
didn't. I didn't definitely didn't want to like sort of give in. You know what I mean? I was still under the impression like, right, I'm definitely making a content critique for this person. I was like,
I was
really. I sort of want to appear like intimidating to like people when I first meet him, especially when I have a bad opinion on him.
like I noticed that. Like I kind of well, I can't even talk. I
Mm.
kind of felt interrogated a little bit. Like I was
Mm.
in like a policeman. Like
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sort of like questioning. Yeah,
like red
sort
hand.
of. That's a thing I would say I'm quite good at, because like obviously messaging people is one thing, but when you're actually in a call and are able to sort of like act in the same way, that is like a good thing to learn, I'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
you were
glad we
quite
still
you
had
were
that
quite
call.
confident.
Honestly,
Yeah, you were quite confident in the call as well, so I applaud you on that.
it's totally fine. I understand why you were that way though,
Yeah.
because like we're already like in an intense argument, and I call in the middle of that argument. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward situation.
Mm. So this was sort of a meme that me and my friends were joking around with. Like my friends pointing this out and find it quite funny. In your like sort of long paragraph message to me, like the longest one, at the beginning you sort of say, "You're not even Polish. You're a fake Polish person." That was such a me. Do you believe I'm Polish yet?
I do believe you're Polish
Yeah,
because
yeah. Do you
you're
believe I'm
on your.
Polish? I mean, we could talk Polish if you'd like me to. But I know you yourself said that you're not like. Do you know how to speak Polish?
Not fluent, but I can
Hmm.
understand people, but I
Yeah.
can respond like certain sentences,
Yeah.
like I can like normal stuff,
Hmm.
like greeting and stuff like that. I used
Yeah.
to speak it fluently though, but not anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. So I'm sort of like preparing for my exams right now for A-level Polish here in the UK. So I've sort of got my finals coming up for Polish. But yeah, that was just so funny to me. It was sort of a good meme.
Do you know what ciesh means?
Yeah, it means hi. Cześć, jak
Okay.
się masz? Wszystko dobrze? Pewnie każdy, kto będzie to oglądał, to będzie tak nie wiedział, o co chodzi.
Thing that I will give advice to you whenever
Mhm.
you are speaking it, don't speak it too fast because if you like speak
Yeah,
it too
yeah,
fast,
definitely. People just get so confused. Even like if it's someone like half Polish or not fully, they'll just get confused.
if you pronounce the accents right in the letters,
Mm,
you'll have it hands down, like you'll be
yeah.
fine.
Do you talk Polish in your family then, or?
Actually, I like it's gonna sound really funny
Huh?
because dark humor. I'm adopted,
Oh right, I see. Oh.
but it's a long story.
Mm,
My family is very diverse.
mm,
It's and more on the Polish side though. I have a lot of Polish in my family.
mm,
They're all from European countries.
I see.
Um, Mom was unable to take care of me, so
Mm.
like I had a grandmother that could take care of me. So when I was born, she took custody of me, and she took care of me ever since.
And she was Polish, right? And that's how you sort of understood how to speak.
My grandma's actually Swedish.
Oh right. My bad.
Yeah, my grandma knew about like my past
Mm,
relatives and stuff like that, and where I came from. So she got me included in a lot of like Polish programs, and
mm,
I was actually a Polish dancer for a while, and I traveled.
mm. No, that's cool.
It was really fun.
Mm,
I got to go to a lot of states in the country and
mm,
stuff like that, and I learned Polish from this one girl. She was in a university where I live, but she's actually from Poland, and she was like
mm.
teaching us like the language. And it took me a long time because like the accent and the tongue rolls you got to like learn is very hard.
Yeah, there's definitely some hard accent. I know, especially for like British people. Like whenever I sort of tell them a Polish word, like they just can't do certain accents. For example, r. Like that's a really like hard, the R letter. Like they're not able to like properly do a sharp R, if that makes sense. Like there are some really hard accents in there. So I'm sort of glad that I was sort of born Polish and my both of my parents are Polish. So that's sort of how I understood how to speak.
Um,
But yeah.
I do have a Polish last name, but it isn't my like last name.
Mm.
But that's why I'm not too afraid to say it right now. My Polish last name is Lujeski,
Ah, yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah.
and
Mm.
it's like apparently a very old one, and it dates back like really long time ago.
Mm.
But that's the only relation I really have with my
Mm.
Polish side. I have a Irish side. The last name is O'Reilly.
Yeah, that's a really Irish second name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mm,
I was really surprised when I looked
mm,
at that. I was looking through so many things, and I was like, "Wait a second, I'm Irish? Like, what?"
mm,
And then here's the English side of me. I have a lot of like great grandfathers and great grandmothers that were from the British Islands.
mm, mm. That's interesting.
Um, that's all I really know.
Yeah.
I only know one person that's Russian in my family, and it's my great grandfather.
Mm.
So
Alright.
yeah, that's
So
my
sort of
heritage.
yeah, so we sort of like talked about the general like drama. I guess we haven't mentioned how we ended it either. Like we sort of after that call, like we called about one more time after that, right? And we sort of just had it like all squashed.
Yeah, we kind of like moved on very quickly, I would
Yeah.
say. We
Because
had
I
more.
knew that, like, personally, because, my followers, right, this is something, like, I really do like about him, but I've got to be really careful with. my followers and like my subscribers, they're very like, you know, sort of caring, and whenever they see like sort of a person, I guess, you know, making videos on me, things like that, they'll just like go out with their way and like, you know, really message the person, really like spam dislike everything. And I guess in one way, I don't want to say it's good, but like it, you know, it's sort of definitely something I've got to be careful with. And I know like your fans are very caring as well, so I sort of got messages from a bunch of your fans, and I thought like, you know, as we mentioned, it'll be better for both of our like, you know, sort of subscriber bases to, you know, not bother with that stuff. It's sort of better to just like drop the drama.
Even not even just that, I kind of thought it since like our fan base is like very like similar. They
Hmm.
are very supportive and like care about us.
Hmm.
I feel like if we were against each other, that would be the wrong move. Like
Yeah.
because like and have our fan base actually even like collide and get bigger and like have a very much more stronger like understanding between both and everything else like that.
Hmm. Yeah.
It
Well, I
would be
mean,
a
it's
lot
certainly
more.
better to have more, you know, friends than enemies in the community, for sure.
And I've actually made a lot of friends on the way. A lot of your friends contacted me about
Hmm.
stuff and we actually became friends, so
Hmm.
it's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's certainly good. But yeah, so right, the beef is squished, I guess now. I sort of just want to get like people to know you more. I guess I originally like intended like this segment at like the beginning, but I sort of thought like the drama was something we sort of should get out of the way with first, right? So how long have you been playing, AJ? You mentioned you started quite early on, right?
Actually, I started in the beta days.
Oh right, I started right afterwards, 2011. So I sort of missed on all those betas, but you know,
Not a lot of people know what Animal Jam looked like. There is an old
yeah.
footage, but
I
I find it
remember like
anymore.
watching the old videos. It was like really sort of, I want to say like basic. Like the art style was quite different back then too.
And it was like one dimensional as well.
Yeah, yeah. It was really like there wasn't much to do either, was there?
Oh my god, no, there wasn't. Like there was no mini games. There's like
Hmm.
absolutely no games. You could not trade with anybody. The only thing you can do is visit people's dens and talk to each other.
Hmm.
Really the only thing you can do.
So why did you choose AJ, not like any other MMOs at this time? Do you played any other like games, MMOs, like sort of
I
similar?
almost played I played almost every single game, I swear.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember playing all of them, like the Club Penguins, the Bin Weevils, Moshi Monsters. I sort of went through all of them as well.
Moshi Monsters was my thing.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
still have an account on there surprisingly because I
Hmm.
know that if you don't like be active on it, they will discontinue your account.
Yeah, I think they did that to mine actually, and I was quite pissed off. I remember this was about 2 years ago, but I was still mad because, like, sort of, I had every single one of like the base game Moshlings, like literally all
Yeah.
of them. So I literally started emailing them and just wouldn't unban my account. I was like, wow, okay, then I didn't even do anything. Just
I
sort of odd.
actually like a couple months ago I checked if like my account was still there and surprisingly it still is
Hmm.
and oh my gosh, I have like almost every rare pet. Like
Yeah,
what was wrong with me? I was like looking at that, I was like I was obsessed or
yeah,
something.
I know.
Then I played Club Penguin for a little bit. I wasn't that like intrigued by it. I
I
didn't really like
hated
it.
Club Penguin, honestly. I don't know why. I played it either way, like for a really long time, but I really disliked it.
People were really weird on there. I've
I
seen a lot
know.
of like weird pedophilia-ish actions.
Yeah, definitely.
People on there, and I was very creeped out, and like people act so weird, and the community was just awkward. I just
Yeah,
did
the
not like.
community isn't like nowhere near as strong. It was nowhere near as strong as the AJ one, I'd say. Even though,
Yeah,
like, you know, people say the AJ one's bad, things like that. At least we have an actual community, unlike the Club Penguin one, really.
yeah, and then I also played Wizard 101, one of
Ooh, I
my
liked
favorite.
that one, but my PC couldn't run it too well. The 3D one, right, with the cards.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
that that was really fun. I
Mhm.
actually was thinking about playing it sometime soon again, just to
Hmm.
get back into it. I think I still remember my
It
old
makes for
account.
fun videos when people go on it, like, sort of just mess about, play it for a bit.
Yeah, the sad part about it is like I never got a membership, so I couldn't enter different places.
Yeah, me neither. You were sort of like locked to the areas you can go into, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I swear I remember when I was younger, I begged my grandpa like every single day. I was like,
Hmm.
please, get a membership. I really want to go see this
Yeah.
stuff. And it was a thing. I trying to remember these old games. I don't know if you know what this is. It's called Wolf Quest.
No, I've never heard of that one.
It's like a wolf simulation game, like
Hmm.
where you can have a pack and you go around and survive, and then you find a mate, and then you have
Oh God.
babies.
Oh no, that sounds okay.
It just,
What was this? Was this a PG game? What was this?
it was kind of like a download game. Like you can
Oh right,
download
yeah.
it, the multiplayer on it as well. You can talk to
Hmm.
people on there, and it was interesting. Like I
Hmm.
just liked it because like I was always into nature and stuff when I was
Yeah.
younger. I love learning about animals and what they do, and that game was a very good learning experience.
Hmm. Right.
Enjoyed it.
Onto like the next question. Are there any like people, like popular people you're friends in the community with, or are there any just like famous jammers you're a fan of? Are there any you like?
Well, okay, start off with friends.
Hmm.
I was friends with Julian too for a really good long time.
Hmm.
Me and him were very close. Like actually met like near the beta days, maybe like 2 years after when
Hmm.
he started making videos. Um, it was just a very awkward time when we were
Yeah.
friends. It was, like in Jamal Township, I had no idea that he had made videos. I didn't really know him that well, and like me and him just sort of like started talking to each other, and then we added each other in the game, and then we hanged out in the den and just had conversations. And like when he started to grow more, he was like having a tough time like trying to find video ideas.
Hmm.
So I did help him with that. I gave him a lot of ideas, but he never credited them to me, and that kind of really made me a little bit annoyed.
Hmm. No, I see.
Yeah, helped him with that. I've
Hmm.
helped him with the growth of his channel, and it kind of upsets me because like he stopped talking to me after a while.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I tried getting in contact with him recently, like a month ago, but he never replied to my DMs, so
Hmm.
it's an interesting time.
Right.
uh,
What's sort of your favorite animal then on AJ on just in real life? Sort of a throw off question, but just wondering because I know you use a. Is it a snow leopard you use or an Arctic wolf you main look?
main look is like a coyote.
Oh, a coyote. That's an interesting one.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know. I like coyotes. I like they're like really like cool animals. They're very
Hmm.
aggressive, you know.
Yeah.
I always like them. I don't know. You could search for videos like
Hmm.
in documentaries about them, and like I always thought they were an interesting animal, and I just liked the how like the coyote looked in the game when it first came out, and
Hmm.
like as soon as it came out, I was like, I'm making this my main animal.
Yeah, the story about Logan Paul and the coyote. How it ate his dog.
Oh, that actually I don't like him at all, but it did make
Yeah.
me very deeply sad that that
Yeah.
happened.
I was sort of sad, but I was still laughing, I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of was like in my
Yeah.
mindset, like I feel bad for the dog, but not for Logan.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Well, if I talk about like a fan kind of thing,
Hmm.
I was a fan of Lilac Petal. I liked her a lot. Like
Hmm.
she was like
Have you
an
seen what happened
okay
to Lilac now? Literally just made a video, I think, about 2 days ago on her.
commented on it. I got like 10 likes in the comments so
No,
far,
right.
and I'm surprised she hasn't like replied to it because I'm getting a lot of like
Hmm.
comments and replies and stuff like
I
that.
I need to really comment on Finn and sort of ask her if she wants to come on the podcast because after making like a half an hour video on her, sort of critiquing her, it'll be great to like sort of talk with her as well. And as like same with you, I don't like really mind having people that I've sort of got critiques for. I've had beef in the past. I sort of would
Yeah.
still love to have a conversation with like because it's sort of interesting how she just changed her whole channel into a toy review channel.
That's very controversial, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I would really love to know like what's like going on with that,
Yeah, like why
honestly.
she did it. She never explained it.
It's not like um I don't know. I just don't think it's normal in my opinion because
Yeah.
like Animal Jam quitted for 2 years, had no like I don't know contact with her fans that I know of, and
Mm.
she came out of nowhere with this toy vegetable like
I know,
review.
it's smashing little cupcakes with a hammer, like what?
Like she was like I don't know. Like there's this one comment in particular on one of those videos, and I don't really know how to say the name, like not the name, the word. It's called Elsa Gates.
Mm.
The definition was like of people who are controversial in the YouTube community where like they act really awkward and like do aggressive things out of nowhere.
Mm.
And was like, you got a point there, because at some point in her video, she is playing with a knife and she's like smashing a
Yeah, I
vegetable.
saw that. I saw that. I made a comment on it on my recent video. I was like, "Oh, I wonder if she's like doing some role playing thing. Imagine that cabbage is like Bepper or something for hacking her account all those years ago." Sort of
Like,
taking rank up.
like it was just so funny to me.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I was like, is she okay?
Yeah, I think
Like,
Lilac's just having she may be having a breakdown. Either that or she sold the channel.
I just feel like she's trying to grasp at a thing that she feels like is right for her, but at the same time, it's not. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like she is
she's way
weird
off.
time in her life.
Mm. So what makes
Um,
you stay in the community and sort of carry on playing the game? Or maybe not even the game, just sort of the community in general?
oh boy. Because there's a lot in that. So like as you know, I've been playing for a while and
Mm.
like the community was great, but it was just sad to see it have its downfall. And
Yeah,
like
it's
it really
definitely just going downhill continuously.
and like it's just a down spiral of hate everywhere. Like I swear, and it's so
Mm.
unnecessary most of the time too. And a lot of these
Yeah.
kids like are being taught the
Yeah, it
wrong
really
things. Like,
triggers me, like how people just start beef and drama with anybody just like for sort of just for fun of it. Like there's obviously these people that deserve to, be critiqued and be pointed out on and exposed. But just people like start drama every week for the fun of it. Like even less relevant people, like we just keep arguing with everybody, starting these massive dramas, and it's sort of just like pointless.
I feel like I see why it's happening though. There's like a lot of different ties to it. I feel like because the YouTube community is also like very toxic.
Mm.
And a lot of kids like to watch Amma Jam YouTubers, and then they watch all these other YouTubers, and they kind of just like they see so much hate, and it's just like
Yeah.
hey, because it's around it so often.
Yeah.
And then there's the part where like people on Amma Jam, like where like everybody's like super like vocal with everything, and they
Mm.
don't know how to do it professionally or like
Yeah.
say it correctly, and it's just really annoying. I wouldn't say it's
Yeah,
their parents.
honestly, I don't want to see like some sort of expel and exposing videos or commentary, but it's so annoying just seeing some people like, try and do these exposure things or just trying to bring someone down when they're doing it like so poorly, you know what I mean?
And I don't know if it would be the parents' fault, like they're not teaching kids nowadays like how to be
Yeah.
respectful, but because like I maybe true because like it honestly wouldn't make sense. A lot of these kids like play Animal Jam, and obviously the parents like of these kids they don't know what they technically really say in the game,
Yeah, yeah, it's all
so they're not.
online, so they have no real idea what
So
they're
like these
doing.
parents don't know how to discipline them on that.
Mm. Do
So
you
like I feel like that's also
Sorry, I was gonna go on to the next question. Do you have anything else to say? My bad.
it's okay.
Alright. Do you see yourself quitting anytime soon? I know as soon as you made your posts, your videos on me, right? You made this post, sort of saying, I'm done with all this patch for dick drama. It's getting too much. I'm quitting. And I sort of, me personally, I saw that as like, oh yay, I made Hydralicious quit. But I know it wasn't that way, and it was sort of like, just your own opinion back then. But I know you don't want to quit anymore, right? So do you see yourself quitting? And like, why did you sort of make that post saying you were tempted to?
Was attempted to quit because like it wasn't really about just you. It was more like I had so much going on in my
Yeah,
life and like, in high school and stuff, and I needed to take a break more. I should have said break instead of quit,
yeah,
but felt like it wasn't for me anymore because of how much pressure I was getting from like so many things. It was just like horrible. And like because like the community's so bad, and then having drama with you, it kind of
hmm.
like
It
really
all
like just
accumulated, yeah. I know what you mean.
that's what happened. But then one thing that like opened my eyes, I had a lot of fans DMing me and
Hmm,
on Discord, every single platform they could contact with me, and they really didn't want me to leave.
hmm,
Mainly because like my channel really started on live streaming. Like I always live stream like 24 hours, and like I would talk to my fans and like I'll
hmm,
connect with them that way. And it
yeah.
was just really nice thing, and they miss that a lot because like I have some fans that have been here since I had 64
Yeah, I know what
subscribers.
you mean. Like, it's like genuine, real, like, connections you make with all your viewers and things like that. I actually did a 25-hour Animal Jam live stream when I first started, and when I didn't even have that much subscribers, and a load of people came over to my channel then that are, like, still subscribed now, and I sort of, still remember them all individually because they obviously, sort of were there
Yeah.
from the beginning, and it's just sort of like, you've got a lot of, especially when you're like sort of getting into the popular AJ sort of YouTuber slash Instagrammer territory. You've got a lot of viewers that sort of like depend on you, and you know what I mean. Which is
Yeah,
once
and
again like such a shame when I make these videos on like people like Apari or like Lilac, and sort of seeing that they've just instantly quit the community without even making like a good valid video or sort of thanking everybody for sticking around for all these years. That really bothers me.
honestly, like when I first saw that, like I'm not even joking because like from my standpoint, I'd never do that to my fans. And
Yeah.
like so when I saw that stuff, like my stomach dropped. Like I did
Mm.
not feel good at all when I saw it because
Yeah.
like how can you just do that? That's not okay. Like after all these like times that people have been there for you and supported you and made you grow, without all those people, they would have been nothing.
Mm.
Nothing
Yep.
without like these people that supported them. So for them to not make like a video or an explanation or anything, like
Yeah,
that's
it's so
so
scummy, exactly.
that makes me really mad.
Yep. So what's your opinion on like the drama in the community in general? Like you've mentioned how it's like obviously ruining a community and things like that. Do you think the people that really like seriously fuck up deserve to be exposed?
Oh my god, yeah. I do think
Hmm.
they deserve it because if they don't like get exposed, then they're
They'll
gonna
carry
keep
on
doing.
doing it, exactly.
Oh yeah, I think
Yep.
that's definitely a good thing that, especially how your channel is based off that.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good thing, and you should keep carrying it on. And I promise you, you'll get like big.
Oh, thanks.
Like content's really good and it's unique. It like I could
Hmm.
say like I feel like you have like got inspired by other channels like
Yeah,
iDubbbz or
definitely. I watch like a ton of commentary channels. Definitely a lot of like sort of the toxic YouTubers, I guess, but also like that make these videos on like topics and people in the YouTube space. So yeah, I definitely get inspired
like
by a load
I
of them.
like he was like I swear like I swear this is where you got the content critique from. Like it was from iDubbbz. I
Yep,
like
iDubbbz
the
is content cop. I did a sort of a play on words on that, and I sort of yeah, that's exactly what I got it from.
because of, like the font of the letters like
Yep.
it looked like that. So I was like, wait a second, it has to be from that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, no, iDubbbz is amazing. Love his videos. What
Oh my
sort of
gosh.
YouTubers do you like? Like maybe non-AJ related? Any that you like?
My favorite ones at the moment that I have been watching frequently is Dashy Games. I don't know if you know who that is.
No, I
Uh,
can't say I've heard of him.
like he's hilarious. Like, oh my God, like he's
Mm.
the type of person where like he's very genuine about his reaction. He doesn't fake it. Like I could just tell, and like I
Mm.
really honestly appreciate that about someone like on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. And then I used to watch iDubbbz, so I kind of like slowly stopped watching him. I don't really know why I have.
Mm. He basically
And
doesn't even upload anymore. Like he only uploads like one video every couple of months. It's so like frustrating, but I sort of see why
and
people don't upload as much too. It's sort of like this thing like how my channel literally got banned. It's sort of like YouTube's being really restrictive on content that you
people
can
have to be
upload.
careful with it.
Yep.
Listen,
I was gonna explain that soon when we talk about the whole horse mum situation because I sort of want to talk about that. But I've had to make my own entire site last night. I sat up until about 5 in the morning, and I just made my own website. And I'm putting some videos that I can't upload onto YouTube on there.
I saw that, and you like
Yeah,
you were like replying to my message like really early in the morning, and I was
yeah.
like, wait, you should be sleeping. That's not good for you.
Yeah, I literally stayed up so long. It's sort of like when I really focused on something, I won't allow like people to just remove content that they want to. It's my content, especially the videos like the Horseman videos, which we'll get onto. I spent so long on those, and those critique videos, so long to putting the video
You wanna be
together, editing it. That I'm not gonna just let it go.
I wouldn't like get that like throw that away like that. That would be
Yeah.
terrible.
It's definitely some of,
Uh,
like, in my opinion, best content. I'm gonna start including the link for that website in every single one of my videos if any of you guys are watching. are interested. But yeah.
Yeah, I was like, about the whole live stream thing. This is kind of off topic, but
Mm.
the whole live stream thing about like me adding you two there.
Mm.
Uh, I did do that, but like nobody was watching because I wasn't live streaming for over a month.
Oh right, yeah, I see. No, thank you though. Yeah.
think- I think I grabbed you some subscribers. I think I
Yeah.
did.
Thanks for that.
But
I know
it
another one
was
of my friends actually, Yol and AJ. I want to shout out. He was doing a live stream too. He got me a bunch of subscribers, and yeah, finally at 1K. So I need to start making my 1K special like real soon. I don't want to be too
kind of
late on it.
unique in a way. Like I'm gonna be honest, he's kind of unique in a way. Like his like I could tell like he has his own unique idea because that whole spike thing where you run away from the net and you come back kind of thing. That's
Mhm.
kind of unique. I've never seen like somebody actually make a topic like that.
Yeah, Yol, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
I thought
definitely
that was
good.
really cool, and I commented on it, and I think
I'm
he
actually
basically.
having him on my podcast soon because I'm not sure if you know about this, but I made a content critique on him.
Oh my god, you did?
Yeah, because he used to go by a totally different username, Quailes. Most people know him as Quailes. Quailes. So yeah,
Oh,
yep, that's him.
oh my god!
But yeah, we're sort of like, we've gotten past that point, and he's sort of like trying his best to become a better person. Yeah, we're buddies now. But yeah, it'll
You
be
mean
really interesting having him on. Hello?
wait, you mean Clazes?
Yeah, that I think. Yeah, that's how you say it.
Me
Yeah, it's them.
me and him, me and him hated each other.
All right. Yeah, well, that's them exactly. And I sort of like, I'm letting them go by this whole new identity, and I'm letting them have a fresh start because they generally seem to be like a, genuine person from now on. And I'm glad that I've sort of decided to restart, Because if for anyone who watched my content critique on him, he did a lot of messed up stuff, but now it's sort of, going
His
good.
voice, his voice sounded so familiar. Oh my
Yep.
god.
It's the
Yeah.
same guy.
He okay. Me and him like we didn't like each other
Mm.
because do you know Last Online?
Yeah, I know him very well.
I'm assuming he's one of your friends.
Yeah, I
um,
guess we're alright, yeah.
yeah, me and him like we didn't get along for some really good time.
Mm.
He liked to hack my live streams and like put porn on it.
Oh, right,
uh,
he did it to you. Oh,
he did that to me, and like he was okay. Like he loved harassing me though. He loved doing it to me. I don't know why. I think he
Was
liked my
this, how
reaction.
long ago was this? Because I'm not sure if this is before or after we had the drama. Because if he did it afterwards, and if he did it because we had that drama, I'm sorry about that. Was this before?
Day before was last
Oh,
year.
right, so it was before, oh.
He he liked my reactions. I could just tell because he wouldn't really pick on other people. He would just pick on me
Yeah,
more.
right afterwards he did these sort of stream highlights where he sort of compiled them. And he posted them on his
Yeah,
YouTube, I remember that.
he never posted one about me though,
Oh,
surprisingly.
right.
But every single time I went live streaming, he would be there. Even when I was live streaming, I felt stalked.
Yeah, that's...
To be
Sorry,
honest
I'm
though,
laughing, but it's just funny.
I'm gonna be honest though, he's a pretty hilarious guy though.
Yeah. He's sort of left the age of community completely now, so, but... Yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely funny having him around. And it
one
was
thing I
especially
didn't
good for me when there was, like, people I disliked, and he sort of, went on their
uh,
channel, and I'm not suggesting anything, but it was just really fun.
he the only thing I didn't appreciate is like he would say the N-word a lot.
Yeah, I sort of banned him from my Discord, that's why.
Yeah, I didn't like that, and
Mm.
I don't know if this whole thing is true. I feel like it was just kind of a troll more than anything.
Yeah, trolling,
They
yeah. That's mostly what it was.
they kept like threatening to hack me and stuff. I was
Mm.
like, wait, what? They were like, we can see your emails. I'm like,
Mm.
okay, buddy. How about you show me my emails
Yeah.
then? They never did. They never did.
Mm. So you mentioned like sort of last online beef, Aquala's beef, and the Julian too, I guess, sort of thing, and ours obviously. Is there any other like major people that you've sort of argued with and had like big arguments with in the community in the past?
Scorm.
Oh, that guy. We actually talked a lot about Scum in our second call, right? I remember that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going
about
to make a video on him one day, full on 30-minute content critique.
I
Should
hope
be
you
fun.
please I hope you please include this though in that video
Mm.
if you do about like what happened between me and him so they just know that he's a huge manipulator.
Mm.
He okay, basically what happened altogether. It was kind of like investigation I had to like. I felt like I was like investigator. It was kind
Mm.
of weird. So someone random DM'd me saying that I scammed, and I was like, I aware I have scammed. I've done bad things in the past. I know this, and your point. And this person, I still have screenshots actually.
Mm.
But this person was harassing me, saying they're going to upload a video about me on YouTube and expose me and all these types of things.
Mm.
And head because like I've already exposed myself.
Mm.
You go ahead and do that. I don't really care. And then they mentioned that they are a very big YouTuber and that they're gonna like put it out there. I was like, okay,
Mm.
cool. Then a couple hours later, Squirm is live streaming and he's talking about me.
Mm.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to say something to
Yeah, I
him.
mean, there are obviously a load of problems with Scum and a lot of like things I can definitely expose them on. For example, like I've literally got a video with him masturbating to an underage person. But anyway, I don't know how to transition from that. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of bad stuff about him. Like even the things he did with, like sort of to try AJ. Try, right?
Yeah, try. I'm okay
Yeah,
with
he
try.
really took advantage of sort of trying things like that, and I definitely like when I make the video on him, I'm definitely going to talk to Try as well, like sort of get air points. But yeah, it's sort of like there's a lot of things he's done, but one thing I've got the biggest issue with is just sort of he gets his nose into like any drama he can. Like when he was prominent in the community, anyway. I'm not sure now. Like now he's sort of just dead. Like his channel's just dead.
Yeah.
He's starting a vlogging channel. But yeah, he's sort of just like tried to include himself in every single drama, which was honestly just like pathetic. Like, what are you doing?
About the thing though, he did that, and he went to my den when I was actually live streaming at the same time, and
Mm.
I went to my den, and then he came with a rockabilly bullshit kitty, um, and all the other annoying people, and
mm.
I think Quasis was there too.
Mm.
I think he was. Yeah, they just sat there, didn't say anything. They just sat there and they started laughing like it was a joke on a live stream.
Ooh, tea.
Happening right
Wow.
now. And then he was like, we got beef to settle and all this stuff, making jokes. I'm like, how do you even know about me for one? Two, like,
Yeah.
what is the heck is
So, do you
going
know how many
on?
subscribers or followers you had at that time? Was you much smaller?
Very much smaller. I was around like
Mm.
500
All right, I see.
subscribers, but uh, my parent is calling me for a second. Can I be right back for
Yeah,
just
yeah,
two
sure,
seconds?
yeah, that's fine.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. So, hey,
Anyways,
hey everyone, we're back on just a small break. So you explained sort of how like Scum went into your den with all these people, right?
yeah, so he did that and everything. I went on his live stream. I asked him about what was going on, like what
Mm.
beef do we have? Like,
Yeah.
and he just kept ignoring it, and then he would just laugh because I could see that he would
Mm.
like drag his mouth over my comment and just laugh at it.
Mm.
Like understand it. So
Yeah.
I was like, do you mind if we have a Discord call? And he said, yeah, sure. That's the only thing he replied to.
Mm.
And then he ended the live stream right after that. So we didn't even have a chance to talk on the live stream.
All right, I see. Yeah, he made one
So
massive post on me back when I roasted the shit out of Beppa because me and Beppa had like this huge drama going on Instagram, and he was sort of like, I don't know if they were together, Scum and Beppa or whatever, but he sort of like just made a post on me telling everybody to block me now I'm toxic and things like that, and I'm like, dude, you're literally worse than me. Shut up. But
he's
yeah,
kind of
recently on my like on this 25-hour AJ stream I did, he actually raided my stream because he was streaming at the same time. And he got me quite a large amount of subscribers. I think he got me about 50, so, there's that, but it still doesn't change my opinion on him. Still definitely a person to watch out
yeah.
for. Um, sort of going on to the next question. Do you think there's any other people that are, like, really snaky or just ungenuine in the community that you have an issue with?
Mm, Well, okay. So one person I'm not completely sure on
Mm.
because like they've like really covered a lot of things up. There's this person named Bats are bad or something Bats. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Yeah,
told you about her.
they actually follow me. I follow
Yeah,
them as well, I think. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and we had past drama for a little bit. She didn't
Mm.
like how what I said about something. It was like something really stupid, but she was being exposed for a good time. Like people were making
Mm.
posts about her saying scammed like somebody, and it was
Alright.
a very young little girl that she scammed.
Oh.
Like it was she was like about, like 7 years old, and care at all and didn't even bat the items to that little kid. And it was just kind of sick to me. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, I didn't know Bats had any drama. It'll be fun to, like, I guess talk to them because I can't say I know him very well at all. We just sort of, they followed me on Instagram and I followed back, but I
Yeah.
really don't know much about him. But yeah, it'll definitely be fun to
He,
talk to him sometime.
but that was a very long time ago. I don't know.
Hmm.
She could have changed by now. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying that. I'm not very sure because like she did like grow a lot on Instagram, like
Hmm.
a ton.
Yeah.
She seems to be very positive, but I don't know. I'm just not sure about it.
Hmm.
And that's really all the drama I really have like with people now. Like I'm kind of getting along with everybody right now.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good. Can't relate, but
I mean, I'm in the same boat with you here.
yeah.
Like if you need me to help you with stuff, I will.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a good. I remember actually recently you helped me because there's been this person. I'm still debating whether to make a content critique or not on this kid because I've sort of their cousin told me that he has autism, like actually has autism. So I'm sort of just like I don't want to really, make a content critique on it. But at the same time, they just keep bugging me. Like they started messaging all my friends, telling him like how bad I am and things like that. This is the person. What's the name again? Woot for Life. Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and we were sort of discussing that drama. We sort of joined this group chat with them, and they finally unblocked me. So yeah, thanks for
Yes,
helping out with that. But it was just all sort of just this, we're just sort of trying to get clout from people and messaging all my friends about me, like, what are you doing?
she just kept texting me saying like harass Patch, do this, do that,
Wow,
make a
yeah.
video about him.
Yeah, it's sort of just pathetic. Like, I know they're very young, and I know they obviously have a illness, but it still doesn't change the fact how malicious they're acting towards me and my audience, and like people they're
So
messaging, my friends, which really bothers me. So I might make a content critique video on them soon. I'm not quite
honestly, I
sure.
don't think you should be afraid to make a content critique just because they have an illness because like people can still do bad stuff and have
I
a
know
mental illness.
exactly. It's no real excuse, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
people like to hold that against people though. I'm sure if you make that
Yeah.
content critique, like
Oh yeah, I'm
or
prepared. Any single content critique I made, there's always at least one person that manages to find backlash for me. But sort of thing I
like,
gotta put up with. Yeah, I know what you mean.
like, I'm sure that like her friends that were in the group chat are gonna defend her and everything.
Yeah, her friends are much younger than, like, I'm much older than 8 themselves as well. Like, for honestly, some of the grammar I've seen that they were typing.
I noticed something. I noticed something. I think they look up to us in a way. Like it sounds weird, but like they kept saying like
Yeah,
leave high.
I remember some people in that group chat, like, there was a bunch of people, like, supposed her friends, and they were all sticking up for, like, me and you, right? Sort of,
Yeah, and
yeah.
they were like leave Hydra and Patch alone.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's kind of an awkward thing because at the same time, like they were kind of like weird because they would like defend some points that she would say, and then whenever we'd say
Hmm.
something, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, just shut up."
Yeah, I guess it's sort of a tricky situation. What's your opinion on, like, do you like rares? Like, I know you mentioned you obviously like giving stuff out because of a backstory you've had with that one person. Do
Yeah.
you like rares in general? Like, do you plan on, like, collecting them on AJ or whatever?
I stopped liking them like a
Yeah.
couple months ago. I like really got sick and tired of the idea of trading on it, and
Yeah,
it
like,
just
what's
like
your opinion on, like, just the existence of the rarity system in a game like AJ? Like, do you think it's good, bad?
I think it has its pros and cons.
Hmm.
Like it's fun to do, and you can really make friends during it because like you can have a transaction with somebody, and like
Yeah,
and
like, for
like
an item that you've been really looking for like, a long time, and then you become friends with that person. If you find it and trade for
yeah,
it.
that's one pro, but the cons, I feel like it does make a lot of drama.
Yeah, I honestly despise trading. I never understood the fun of it. I hated it. I always hated it. Which is sort
It
of
just
ironic because people say like, "Oh wow, Patch, is it because you already have all the rares?" And I'm like, no, my main account got banned. I'm sort of on a backup
like
account right now. I don't really care about them. I give most of them away on like streams and things as well. It's
when people
just,
say they do it because they want to like give to their friends or like they like the looks of it,
hmm.
I think the really deep dark side of trading thing, I feel like it's all competition. People are trying to be better
Yeah,
than other people.
definitely. Like, people are really competing for like the number one spot. Like, who can get all the magenta items? Be the rarest person on a little children's game.
I think the old
Pathetic.
popular YouTubers, I feel like the old popular age of YouTubers really created that.
Yeah, they really made this mentality like sort of, whoa, guys, look, I've got the rarest item on AJ. Look how cool I am.
Yeah, it's like it's just a pixel.
I know, it's boring. It's absolutely pathetic.
it'll be different if you like found some crazy artifact in real life.
Yeah, yeah. Are there any like AJ features or like particular things you would like to see gone? Like for example, I honestly wouldn't mind if it Rarity trading thing just went, but are there any features that you think are just useless and you want to see gone?
Let me think about that for a second here. Yeah,
Like sort
trading
of like
thing.
I know the jammer wall doesn't get really used, so things like that maybe, or like the sort of are you aware of like the jammergram cap? Like the sort of like it only goes up to a certain amount and then your jammergrams you can't send the person anymore.
Yeah, about that, like, I feel like a little bit
Hmm.
because like a lot of YouTubers they want to connect with their fans and they like only have a limited amount of like jammergrams they can get from people.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that would be a problem because like you can't really like go through every single one
Yeah,
even
my
though they're
jammergrams start lagging out sometimes. It's really like weird. I don't know if it's my PC or if it's anything, but yeah, they definitely just
yeah.
need to improve how the game runs, I'd say. It's
And
really
the
like
I feel like they should have some spam filter too because like some haters or something
mm.
will try to spam with your GM. Like I almost said something else. Like I almost said DMs. They try to
Mm.
spam you through cameragrams and just like spam the
Mm.
same thing over and over, and that's really annoying to delete.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
Like a lot of cons of Animal Jam though, really.
Mm.
Like a lot. I
Yeah.
hope the whole new game that they're bringing out is gonna be a lot
Feral,
better.
yeah. I was going to make a video on that, but I sort of just I'm leaving it for now until I'm able to apply for like the open beta, the closed
Like
beta even.
I'm gonna go on that so quick. Like I'm keeping
Yeah.
tabs when it comes out.
I've got a good friend who's actually the first person to have posted in the Asia community about it. His name's Viofi. Like even before like people started making YouTube videos on it, Viofi is the first Viofi. I'm really sorry, I still can't say it. Damn it. But yeah, we've sort of just been talking about it on Instagram, and he was like the first person to really blow up and like show everyone about it.
His name is I don't know. A lot of people say it different. Some people say Viofi or Viofi.
All right, so I said it wrong both times. My bad. But yeah, what are your opinions on scammers?
Oh my god. Okay, so
Mm,
with that, I was once a scammer,
mm,
and it was like a time where like it's because like I was scammed so much that
mm,
like I kind of took up on like a little revenge spree.
mm,
I didn't really think about the other person. I didn't really like think about their feelings or anything, and I
yeah,
just did it a lot. I did a lot of spares and stuff, and I did it for a
mm,
really long time. And for those of people that like might know the backstory behind that, me and this other person named Flora AJ, she has quit the community though.
mm. Yeah, I
But
think I
she,
heard about
me
them.
and
They were
her,
quite popular, weren't they?
yeah, they
Wow.
are like a decent popular, I guess. Like me and her are kind of like the same
Mm,
level, I guess. But yeah, we kind of teamed up and we would do that. And then at one point, she gave me her items and because it was like for something, I don't know what it was, but she gave me them and she trusts me with them. We were like best friends.
mm.
Like so with everything. I went to
Did
go
you
to bed.
bamboozle her?
Actually, surprisingly, because I wouldn't do it to a really personal friend,
Mm,
but I would do it to other people, which kind of sounds stupid, but
yeah.
that's just like what my mindset was. But I went to bed and then she is calling me freaking out and saying, "Are you online right now?" I said, "No."
Mm.
And my account's online. Somebody hacked and stole my fan art and everything.
Oh right, wow.
It's kind of a weird thing because like I feel like somebody had to be like stalking my activity or something.
Mm.
Like it's just like a weird time. Like it's like almost like somebody like I feel like
It's
somebody
like
was
they
in
knew what time you were online and what time you weren't.
yeah, it was just like it was such a weird thing. I don't
Mm,
know who hacked me. I still don't know. I
mm,
really don't know the backstory behind that,
yeah,
but like I just know I got hacked and I
mm,
had to make a video about it. And I had some suspicions about people like that could have
yeah,
hacked me. No longer up because of that reason, because these people have contacted me saying like, this is not true. Can you please remove the video? And they
yeah.
kept harassing me over and over. So I was like, you know what? I'll private it, but I won't delete it.
Mm. Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
hard to like find solid proof. Like obviously AJHQ, like they could know because they can check people's IP addresses. But instead of doing that, they literally just won't tell you who who's hacked your account, and you're left there wondering. But yeah, AJ would
and
be able to do that, but they just don't.
leading up to that, after I got hacked and everything, and after like hearing her cry about it, like
Mm,
it like made me feel really bad. And then I thought about scamming, and I was like, I can't do that anymore. I
Yeah.
really can't. And she asked me to
What's your
scam.
opinion on item selling on the other hand?
What?
What's your opinion on item selling on the other hand, like?
Item selling?
Yeah.
I don't think it is good at all, no matter what reason you have for it. A lot of
Mm.
people like to put like a really deep story behind it. Like they will
Mm.
be like, I need money for bills or stuff like
Mm.
that.
That's
And but there
interesting.
are plenty of other jobs you could
Yeah,
take.
I know what you mean.
Like,
So me personally, like I actually, this is what my original account, PatchTheAlpha, my AG account, got banned for because I used to like, I'm not sure if you ever watched like my main video, like you know the big video I sort of released, like the fall of PatchTheAlpha, it's called. It's sort of like my biography thing. I sort of explained to everyone like sort of why I did it and why I would carry on doing it because I honestly, me personally, I don't find any issues with it because I'm not sure if you know Facebook communities back then. Like I would sort of sell items on there and sort of any other sites because me personally, I believe that if you're going to sell items and if you don't scam people when you're doing it and if you do an actual valid transaction, it's perfectly fine in my opinion. Like I know it's
yeah,
sort of dealing with real money, but at the same time, in my opinion, it's perfectly fine.
I guess that makes sense. I
Yeah.
just think it's really risky because there's a lot of like
Yeah,
scammers out there that
definitely.
you have done that and people
There's a lot of people that aren't genuine about it. Like you'll give them like money or something, and then they'll just not give you the item, which is like a real shame. And it's obviously
yeah, and like
against the AJ rules. Everybody knows that, but it's sort of just like it's
yeah, like
mainly due to the fact because like the community manager like Kate and AJHQ don't want people earning like extra revenue from things like that.
yeah, they're like big on that.
Yep.
They definitely um but
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I guess I can see your
that's
point on
one
that.
thing I like. So I've to be really careful critiquing people on like including my next upcoming video, which will be about the shopkin selling items. But yeah,
Oh my
it's
god.
sort of just like I don't want to sound too hypocritical, but at the same time, like, hello, why is he not getting banned? You know?
He's a good ambassador.
Yeah,
There's like
exactly.
a
He's literally a Jambassador and he's doing all these disgusting things, like not just the item selling, like just really scummy things like clickbait to his audience, things like that, asking him for money on his Patreon, just outright begging his fans for money. It's disgusting.
he says on his website that like there's these promo codes that come along with like
Yep.
these like memberships, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's literally giving people like, for money online items.
when you think about it, like it's not necessarily going against the Animal Jam rules,
Hmm.
but it definitely like because in the Animal Jam like uh
Yeah,
guidelines, if you look in there,
it's not an actual item, yeah, but he's giving the code for it.
but it says in there that people who like are associated with the game, they're allowed to
Hmm.
like do that with pro.
Hmm.
Keck actually made a video about that.
Yeah, I've seen actually. I was planning on making my video for like quite a while, and I'm not saying Ket copied me, don't worry anyone. But yeah, I saw he uploaded his video way faster than mine uploaded it yesterday. So yeah, I sort of watched his. But I've still got a stern opinion on it, due to the fact that I was item selling and I got instantly banned for it. I believe at least he should get removed from Jambassador status for, doing this. Like, if not, his entire account should just be banned. Outright banned. I honestly think he's just not fit for being a Jambassador. Like, this 40-year-old man's just done so much shit.
He is like, I don't
He's
know. I feel
cancer.
like
He's just
he's
cancer. I recently did this video where I ranked animal jammers and he was in the cancer tier. He's just unredeemable.
I feel like Workshop King, whatever his Instagram name is,
Hmm.
whatever. I think Rocka should, is she even banned?
Hmm?
Is Rockabilly even banned?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think she is. Even after the whole coin situation where she was, giving away hacked items on a stream, she didn't get banned.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why do you think regular jammers sort of quit the game in the community? Regular people.
Cause a lot of younger kids do have good hearts
Hmm.
and they like to be around positive energy.
Hmm.
And when they're around that negative stuff, they don't want to be a part of it. So
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of
it's
younger kids,
definitely better for some people that like can't handle like all the things going on and if anyone like argues with them, it's way better for them to just, if they can't handle it personally, especially the younger people, to just leave.
And on the older spectrum, the older people are just leaving because they're like sick of the game and like it's just not fun anymore.
Yep. Why do you think like popular jammers, like for example, we've seen Apari, Lilac, why do you think they leave the game, the community, and their like entire fan bases? Like we obviously can't justify it because what they're doing is wrong, like sort of not telling their audience what they're doing or whatever, but
My take on that is I think it's because they're getting exposed for a lot of things.
hmm. Hmm.
So like are older and a lot of them want to move on to different careers.
Hmm.
But it's mainly because they're getting exposed. Like Pepper, for instance, like she's been in a
Hmm.
lot of stuff and like a lot of people don't like really give recognition for that. They don't really talk about
I
it.
know,
And I feel like
I definitely want to make a video on Beppa. She's one of like the people I hate probably the most from this community, and I can't believe she's a jam bastard, honestly. Like sort of people look up to her, especially younger kids.
yeah, and then there's like Apari, like I'm iffy about him. Like
Hmm.
honestly, like he is okay, all right, but like he has done some like really messed up things. I
Yeah,
just don't.
I've heard in the past as well. I'm sort of, I guess I'm alright with Apari. We've sort of been DMing like recently a lot, but I don't know. Like I sort of, he understood like because I've made quite a numerous videos on Apari. He sort of like understood the criticism I had for him, I guess. Sort of apologized, like, for treating his fans that way. For example, like he went on an Instagram live stream and he peed in front of his fans.
God, that's
I
disgusting.
know. Just ridiculous.
That's disgusting. What?
Yep. So what AJ content do you like the most on YouTube? What videos do you like? If you even watch
Type of
any.
videos I like. Not to like kiss up to you or anything, but I do like your content.
Oh, thanks. Is there any like
Um,
specific things like genres like you like? Like I know mine's sort of I guess like commentary based, but yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't want to shit on everyone here, but most of the AJ like sort of videos appear like the same, I guess. Like there's just not much originality.
um, the one person that I like,
Hmm.
I mean, it's kind of like towards younger audience though, but I still enjoy it. I like the Dark Arrows videos.
Who are they? They're from the AJ community, right? They're
They make a lot of story time stuff.
Oh, I think oh yeah, I think I know who you mean, but I was sort of thinking about the wrong person. You know about that person that's like the whole Phantom person, like wears the Phantom beanie for the main look? God, I can't remember their name. They've sort of become Jambasta recently.
I know who you're talking about now then. Oh shoot. They
I
have like a
Yeah,
director and like
they seem pretty irrelevant to me, so I didn't include them in my AJ, famous YouTuber tier list, but I would definitely put them in cancer tier because just recently I've heard that we were like talking shit about me in somebody's comments and things like that. Just sort of
everyone's
funny.
talking shit on you. Everyone's talking shit on
I know,
you.
honestly, everyone is. But I see it all, and that's the funniest part. Like, I never forget. Like, my audience literally send me screenshots all the time, which is great. Got all the tea. But yeah, I don't know their username. Do you know who I mean, though?
I know who you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I don't want to remember it. But like I would like to say this.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of people are attacking you because I think they see you as a threat to business.
Mm. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like since you are growing like fairly fast, I
Yeah.
feel like if you get really big, you're gonna win over a lot of people. And
Yeah,
like
and I can definitely, I do realize the power my videos have as well. I'm starting to realize that because before, like when I just did like little critiques and calling people out on Instagram, it wasn't anything that major. But I definitely realize now that it's sort of like something, way bigger.
yeah, and like also because like you're a content critique and they're afraid they're getting exposed for
Yeah.
something.
I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen, iDubbbz's content corps, but he literally just kills off channels. These channels with millions
Yeah,
of
I know.
subscribers. And it's sort of like something, yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Right, what are your opinions on the current ambassadors? Any you like or any you like dislike in particular?
Your tire list. Um,
Hmm?
I really agree with some of the things you said in them, like the tireless videos you made.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Honestly, like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not just like taking this
Uh,
out of my ass. Um,
uh,
I like agree with most of your
uh.
opinions on them. Like,
You should
you're
make
like,
your own. I've included the template. Make a video about it. Should be fun.
maybe I should actually. That's a
Yeah,
good
it'll be a
idea.
fun video. I definitely included it, like, the template, because I know some people, like, some YouTubers don't include the templates for those. Like, it took a while to make, so I'm like, oh, people might as well use it, so I included, like, the link. But yeah, I just sort of, like, ranked everybody from what I thought on them.
I'll have to do that.
Hmm?
I probably like put a lot of like I don't know smaller YouTubers too, because there are some smaller
Yeah, there's
YouTube.
definitely some that I forgot to include, yeah.
I'll make sure to include everybody that I know at
Hmm,
least,
yeah.
even
So
my
yeah,
own friends.
are there any, like, Jambassadors that you, like, really dislike? Any in particular?
I think you asked me this before.
Alright.
Thing, but like I didn't really like a lot. Like maybe
Hmm,
Julian too, because he's my friend, but like I didn't really like a lot of people.
yeah. See what you mean. So now we're sort of going into the end bit, like, what's your opinion on the current AJHQ staff? Know any of them? Like, mostly what I'm talking about is a person that, sort of runs the AJ Instagram account. Are you familiar with them?
Not really, but I think you mentioned to me before in an earlier call about this
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Really slimy
You
person.
said that you had like they like said something about you or
Yeah, but
something.
just not many people know because they just sort of see the AJHQ, like, official, like, live streams or things like that. But it's literally just this one woman running all of these, community pages, sort of like the AJ Instagram, the AJ Facebook, and YouTube live streams. And she's honestly, that is one character that I just can't wait to dig into. The name's Kate. She's like the community manager. Do you think she's like doing their job as intended? Like, for example, on their Instagram, things like that.
I think so,
Mm.
but like I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's some flaws with it because like
Yeah, there's a
whenever I see
lot
like
of that behind the scenes. Because she
a lot
tries
of
to appear like as friendly as possible on like these Instagram pages and things like that, but she's literally just outright, targeting specific like, jammers. If that makes sense.
yeah. And like what I've noticed is that whenever I see these like Instagram TV things, like she would act like really shady on those.
Yeah, she tries to act like an actual YouTuber. Like, she tries to be all relatable and tries to, like, get an audience for herself, which is really scummy because it's like, just do your job, be a community manager for this game, they're paying you. Like, it's just sort of like, you
Yeah.
won't become an AJ YouTuber, you just run the pages.
There's just one fan, like or something, like they art and she kind of insulted it in a way.
Oh, she
If
did?
you look there, I'm pretty sure it's on there. You could go look through them, but she did insult one of them. She's like,
Where's
"Oh,
this
that's
on?
kind
Is
of
it on the Instagram TV, did you say?
bad." Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sure to check that out. Sounds interesting.
Like I did not like how like she like worded it. Like maybe
Yeah,
she was just quirky about it, but like she was really like too much about it. She was like, "It's weird. Like that's just yeah, I don't like it."
wow. Yeah, it's definitely. I'm not sure if you remember this, but Julian made a video calling them out, and just because of that, she didn't make Julian Jed ambassador. But he basically made this video
I
out
know.
calling them on, like, naming the files because they showed some of the files they have saved on their PC on the live stream. Some of the files. This is the AGHQ community manager Kate. She named the files shitballs 1, 2, and 3, which is just honestly pathetic. Like, this woman's a joke.
She also removed him from other reasons.
Hmm.
They're already in public, so I guess it's safe for me to talk about
Mhm.
these. Um, Julian actually told me about this because he didn't know what to do and like he was scared about what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
And he says he quit Ammo Jam because like you know doesn't like anymore. That's not the truth at all.
Mhm.
It's not. There's actually a video about this, but to really summarize it, he got into a lot of dirt with this one girl.
Mhm.
It's gonna sound really weird. There was leaked nudes of Julian everywhere.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember it all over Instagram. Back when Jammer Shade was still a thing, posting about it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and like
Yikes.
there's a bunch of other things about him. He's done a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, there are quite numerous amounts of things, I know what you mean.
Because the girl he age as well.
Hmm. If you were to like remove or change some of the people in power, or like be able to adjust the rules of AJ, like what would you do?
Sorry, I didn't know what you said.
All right, my bad. If you were to like, sort of be able to remove or change the people in power, so like either Jambasters or like the community manager, or just adjust any of the rules, what would you do?
Um, I would definitely change like some things because there will be some flaws with the community one.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we know that one.
Mm-hmm.
Is doing a good job. Have any problems with it?
Yeah. I would definitely change how like the Jambassador program functions and things like that because most of the jammers are either, really, really scummy and are actually absolutely fake and, just cunts. And I would also change it so like even people that are alright but never post anymore should get removed from there, definitely.
Yeah, I feel
I know you
like
mentioned
okay,
also,
so like it's just
you
weird.
wanted to be a Jambassador, right? That was one thing I was going to talk about at the beginning, but I wanted to leave it for the end. You mentioned how you wanted to be Jambassador as well, right?
Yeah, so what happened was is that I wanted to be it because I wanted to change how the community was. Like I
Mm,
wanted to have some power over that. I
yeah,
really wanted to help, like get it positive again.
yeah.
But when I was looking at it, Animal Jam, like I've noticed this, and I don't like how scummy it is. Like
Mm-hmm.
they like really only pick people who like have like a sassy personality, and they're very like intoxicated, and they've been in so much drama in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Yeah,
I've noticed. Like, for instance, Pepper's a very good example of that.
yeah. Just really loud mouthed and just in general, like so much drama around there. It's just everywhere.
And also, I didn't want to do it anymore because, like, obviously all the shady stuff they've done, and like they try to hide from like
Yeah.
their
That's
player.
exactly why I would never like I know some of my audience was speaking about this, like asking me if I'd ever become one. I would never like obviously I wouldn't be able to because of the content I make and things like that, but I would honestly never like even if they reached out to me, I would never become a Jambasta. Due to like mainly the fact how like the community manager treats people, how the Jambasta program is ran and the people that are on there, I would just wouldn't want to be associated with those people. But yeah. So this is sort of like the final question, things like that. Where do you see your content heading in the future? Like, do you have any plans, future things?
I really actually do. So like
Hmm.
I've always been the type of person to want to have a comedic standpoint.
Hmm.
Um, I want to make people laugh and just feel good.
Hmm.
And so I was like planning on making this video called Hydralicious is canceled.
Yeah, I've heard about that. You've been hyping that video up on Instagram, right? What's this about?
So this is what I was gonna do.
Hmm.
For one of the past drama I've been in that was unnecessary, I
Hmm.
wanted to make fun of myself in, and especially the one between us
Uh.
because I definitely made mistakes.
Oh, so is it
And
sort of like all your dramas compiled into one? And
yeah,
sort of
and just
talking.
making fun of myself. And I'm just gonna like I'm gonna Photoshop and edit like videos, and it's just gonna I think it's gonna be hilarious. I'm
Hmm.
really like looking forward to it. There was this kind of a spoiler, but it's
Hmm.
fine. There's like this one part where I was gonna do like a WWE match video. It
Uh.
shows like me and you fighting, and then you winning the
That
fight.
sounds really fun. I'd love to see that. Yeah, it sounds like a really good video planning.
Like I was gonna have like Photoshop your face, but
Hmm.
like it's gonna like destroy the other person.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah, I'm just getting in the works of that
Hmm.
because like I want it to look good. I don't
Yeah,
want like the frames to look horrible
yeah,
either.
yeah. Yeah, right, well, I can't wait to see it. And you're gonna post, like, updates and stuff like that, right? You're gonna let people know when it's out?
Yeah, I was planning on making a huge video announcement
Hmm.
video of like where my channel is gonna be like in the direction
Yeah, like,
of and
sort of a
everything.
plan, that would be good, yeah.
Yep.
Well, for anyone wondering about my content, the videos I've got planned right now is, like, the Shopkin video, obviously, the item selling sort of thing. I've got one more content critique planned on that person that we've been talking about, Woot for Life. I'm not sure. That should be out soon, hopefully. But then I've got one major video planned, like, the biggest one I'm currently working on. And yeah, that one's gonna be a big one. You know the Four Horsemen of the Jampocalypse series, right? Which we didn't talk that much about. I guess this is like the last thing I want to mention. I'm finally making my fourth part on the fourth mum.
And I'm actually excited because
Uh,
like these moms like Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
they're
like
terrible because I know at first, when you know, even in your video on me, you sort of were like, "Oh my God, why is he attacking these mums?" You sort of didn't know like what they were like, right?
so like the same thing, like I
Mm.
wasn't really like researching at all.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't too hyped on it because I don't like drama really. Like I
Mm.
really don't. So, like I
Yeah, I
wasn't too
see why you could have seen it as just me, going in on these bunch of like old women, but they're honestly like, I hope now you know why, you know?
like I never understood this one mom where
Mm.
you like said like she didn't vaccinate her kids, right?
Yeah, that was the third one. That was a most recent one. Yeah, that video is gonna be up on my site, by the way, if any of you guys are wondering.
Yeah, she like people say like it's a rumored thing or like
No,
whatever, like
yeah,
it
I know. It's generally like true. I'm not sure if you've seen the pictures I included, which sort of people criticize me for going too hard and including pictures of the kids. But I mean, come on, I need to like. One thing I did actually was call the local child services in their area because it's only fair since she exposed my address, so I contacted the local child services because I'm really worried about the kids. Like, but she just posts pictures of them in like the hospital and things like that, and it's honestly just felt bad.
yeah, like for America, like
Mm,
we always have like that like freedom of speech kind of thing, so we're allowed to
yeah.
do what we want to do. But at the same time, I feel like people shouldn't be allowed to make the choice to vaccinate their kids.
I
I feel
know,
like
it's
every
definitely something that can, like, I mean, the only way it can impact you is negatively, really. I mean, sure,
yeah,
there's some people that aren't, like, even you mentioned this, that aren't able to, like, take vaccinations and things like that. But this person is just simply doing it. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen, but they're also a very local, like, feminist and anti-Trump mum. Like, they
oh
go off on
no.
their Twitter and just go on these ridiculous rants and things like that. So she's really, like, vocal. So she's like also really vocal about this anti-vaccinating thing, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Do you want your children to literally die? Like what?
I don't I'm not gonna say I don't want the kids to die,
Yeah.
but I hope she gets the karma. I hope she
I
does.
know, yeah, exactly. I really hope the child services continue, like, going to the house and trying to sort it out. I really hope I, like, sort of make a change with it. But yeah, that woman just pissed me off so much. And that one video was the primary reason my YouTube channel got banned. I really went in hard, but yeah, that video, all three of the Horsewoman videos are now off my channel because they got deleted. YouTube deleted them, but they'll be up on my site if anybody wants to view them, and I'm working really hard on the final part, so I'll be sure to announce that. But yeah, I hope you like sort of know about these Horsewomen now, what they're all about, and that they're really not that nice.
Yeah, I've watched all the videos and
Mm.
stuff, and did one of them support a pedophile?
Yep, exactly. The sort of they did that. Another one doxes addresses. Reveal my addresses, my real names, things like that. The other one publicly bullies children and gets people to hate on him. Another
Yeah,
one, sort of photoshops images to make people look bad, like sort of text, things like that. It's ridiculous.
it's crazy how much work they put into that, though.
I
It's kind of
know.
psychotic.
They're literally like these old women, and they're putting this much work into it. Like, wow.
Kind of honestly scary in a
I
way.
know.
Like there could be something like wrong with them mentally because
Yeah.
like that. Like why would you want to attack younger people
I
and
know.
like really
Like
make them
I
look bad?
can't pull off the card that I'm a kid anymore, right? Because I am 18. But it's still I'm literally like 30 years younger than some of these people. Maybe not 30, 20. Maybe yeah, there's like a 20, age difference, and it's sort of just like, what are you doing? Like even trying to argue with me at this point.
It's weird when I started disagreeing with them and realizing what they were doing
Yeah, I
and
saw in the comments, so they started like really attacking you and sort of replying, didn't they?
yeah, and I was surprised I didn't really like do anything as much as I did to you. I was
Yeah.
actually honestly surprised, but yeah,
Mm.
there's like the ZZ Nation one.
Mm.
They were telling me like all these points and
Yeah,
stuff, and really,
I invited that one because she seems like the most competent out of the four. I mean, she seems like you could maybe try and have a conversation with them. But they sort of just were really, really, sad about the video I made on them. Let's just say I made them really depressed. Like afterwards, my video on them, they posted this video, like sort of saying to the fans, "Guys, this is not who I am. I'm so sorry." And then I started pulling like the suicide card, like I struggled with suicide in my younger years, and I'm just like, what are you doing? You were literally, arguing with me, insulting me. So I made a video on you, like, no need to get so emotional over it when you were the one insulting me and doing all these things. Who
It's
just
like
sort
they
of
like
don't realize the consequences.
sort of like they like don't like think like other people have the right to defend themselves.
Exactly, yeah. They think they can, talk about me all they want, make posts about me on Instagram, but when I actually make videos on them, it's just pathetic.
Yeah, that ZZ Nation girl, I don't really want to say like she's easy to talk to, at least from my experience, because
Yeah,
when I was talking to her, I even told her I didn't agree.
yeah,
That's it. Like, you should not reply. She replied and kept trying to shove it down my throat. I
yeah.
was like,
She's definitely not as like racist and derogatory as like the other ones. I'd say that, but they're all just honestly as bad as each other. They're all bad, all four of them.
and let's hope that there's no more horse moms on the way.
Yep. Let's hope I don't have to carry it on to like a 10-part series. No, there's definitely four I'm only doing. And then I'm going to be back to like my normal sort of content critiques because this is sort of like a 4-part series I sort of did. It's honestly, I don't want to say like sort of praise my videos too much, but it's probably some of the best videos I've made. And it's a shame I can't post them on YouTube, but if people want to watch them, they'll be on my site.
Yeah. What was one thing I was gonna say?
Hmm.
I was thinking about doing like a commentary thing myself, but
Hmm.
like not to extent like I wouldn't go as harsh as you do.
Hmm.
But like I would like to like do that because like obviously I want to change the community and
Hmm.
I think I might have to have some voices sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely be good. And definitely if as you said, spending time and the research into it, I definitely think you'll be able to make a good video, like a good commentary video. Even on the
I'm just
horse mums, if you'd like to sort of, overview the situation and explain it more after I've made my final one, Because I know not that many people may see them now that they're not on YouTube, but still. It'll be sort of like good to make a video sort of talking about all four of them together.
one thing that I'm having trouble with
Mm-hmm.
because like I've never really like tried,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like horrible to say, but I never really tried with like doing editing as much as I wanted to do, and like
Yeah, I suck
I
at it.
just
I
really
honestly don't know what I'm doing half the time. My editing's pretty bad on my videos.
don't know. Like I would watch it, it looks clean to me. It
Mm,
doesn't look like there's any trouble with it. Like
yeah.
honestly, like that's why I was always confused when you would say that. Like maybe you're just not satisfied with it, but
Yeah,
I can.
maybe. Because I watch a lot of like YouTubers, especially like gaming ones that put like a load of these like, constant like MLG sort of really funny memey edits in like every second of a video and I'm sort of like, wow, that's a high quality video. So then I sort of look
Yeah,
at mine and I'm like, But I don't know. I'm
you
certainly, happy with most of my videos, just the editing is definitely something I'll hopefully improve on. And you just keep improving,
have any, do you have any suggestions for like editing software or
Editing
anything? Because
programs. The one I use is called Shotcut. It's free. It's good, I want to say, but it's fairly easy to use and it's alright, but it's definitely not as professional. So like, I sort of think about maybe expand onto another one soon, like a paid one, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, Shotcut's perfectly fine.
is it an editor or recorder?
It's an editor. For recording, I use Streamlabs OBS, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's really laggy. It requires like a good PC. So that's why I used to
Yeah,
record in
I,
Streamlabs OBS, but yeah.
yeah, I tried OBS. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it's really hard and just complicated and don't work. But yeah. I mean, is there anything else you want to say at the end of the video? Sort of shout your Instagram out as well or anything?
Oh my god, I was just gonna make a joke. You know how like Logan Paul like shouts out his stuff a lot?
Hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna do like an old impression.
Go ahead. I mean, it's already been cringy enough with the intro.
Yo, everybody, go ahead and like subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Hydralicious AJ, and go ahead and go to my Instagram. It's Hydralicious underscore YouTube, and yeah, that
Oh
was really
god.
bad.
Yeah, I want to die.
That was really bad.
Right, I'll be sure to include the links to both in the description, by the way, so if people, want to check you out.
Is it okay? I don't know if this would be possible because
Mm-hmm.
like I don't want to like steal a quote unquote video,
Mm-hmm.
but like I was thinking, could I re-upload this video on my channel so it's like more around?
You can upload, like, clips of it if you'd like to, if that would be good with you. Like, a section where we talk about, like, the drama or things like that, if you'd be alright with that. Just so I have, like, sort
Maybe,
of a full main version on my channel.
yeah, maybe I should like just make like a summary or something.
Yeah, sure. Then talk about it afterwards, like sort of your experience on it, I guess. I mean, it wasn't exactly anything too major. Sort of boring, I
I would
guess. My bad if it was too long as well for you.
Okay, like I was thinking like I shouldn't ask the question, but I really was curious,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. You can include like, sort of highlights from the podcast, things like that, and sort of like talk about it. Yeah, it's fine.
um
And I
I
guess
don't know.
going back to the beginning, the way you sort of said that like you wanted a collab, I hope this was alright. As a collab with
Yeah,
us too. I'm not
I
sure if
guess
this
we
is what
kind of
you
already did.
imagined, but but yeah, and we can definitely like work on something as you said. If you want to make commentary videos and things like that, I can definitely like tell you about people as well. We've already been sharing tea on Instagram, so yeah.
Yeah, I was like the one thing I have in mind, the last thing I really have in
Mhm.
mind, for the comedic stuff I want to do on my channel.
Mhm.
I do want to include some of my friends in it. Would you like to
Yeah,
be a part of it?
yeah, sure, I'll be down sometime. It's great. I love seeing this thing as well. Like in the commentary videos when people sort of collab together and they sort of like do a section on it. Yeah, I'll definitely love to sometime. Would be
I think
fun.
it's really fun. I love
Yeah.
like doing videos because like me and
Mhm.
my friend were gonna make like a I don't know, maybe it's kind of clickbaity, but it's
Mhm.
just for like a comedic thing.
Yeah.
My friend Eternal Life AJ, I don't know if you know about her, but
Yeah.
she we were like thinking about making a video, like we would like make a video of each other and like pretend like we're having beef, but we're actually not.
Oh, right, yeah, sort of like a fake argument thing. Sounds fun.
Like, but like it'd be kind of an obvious thing, like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
real.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds fun. Right, so I'll make sure to, include the links once again to your videos, and yeah, thanks for coming on again. It was good to like sort of, talk after this whole drama and sort of get things resolved, I guess. And I usually don't do this, as you may know. Like, usually when I argue with people, I sort of have a long-term vendetta against them and sort of, prepare a large video on them. Well, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
honestly
just thought that wasn't really necessary because our drama wasn't anything like, that major, and I've got bigger fish to fry, I guess. Right, well, I guess I mean, end it here unless there's anything else you want to mention quick.
um I don't really think there's anything else. Do you think
Alright.
there's anything else?
Nah, I think that's all. I mean, I just want to once again reinforce, for people not to hate on you, like, we're good with the beef squash now, and I'm sure your audience knows that as well. We, like, posted Instagram posts about it too.
Yeah.
Right, thanks everyone for watching, for tuning in. This was sort of your, longer podcast thing, obviously, so I don't blame you for, like, playing AJ or something in the background. This is sort of like, a series that's longer that I do, so people, like, sort of can do other things whilst listening to it. But yeah, the giveaway of the day, I actually do a giveaway at every single one of my podcasts. I'm going to be giving away either a green or yellow lawn at the end of this video. I'm not sure which one it is that I've got more of. I think it'll probably be a yellow lawn. So make sure to leave your usernames and answer the 2 or 3 questions in the pinned comment if you want to enter. I'll be picking a random person by the end of the week. So yeah, it'll probably be a yellow lawn collar. And once again, thanks everyone for watching. The next episode will probably, hopefully, I'm trying to get Try Aja on. She said she'd love to come on sometime. And I mean, that'll be a really good episode. But yeah, I've sort of got Quaylez in mind as well. The guy I made a content critique on, the guy we're cool with now. So yeah, I've got a couple of episodes I'm planning on doing, and I definitely need to do these more frequently as well. Well yeah, thanks everyone for watching again, and you want to say bye? See you everyone.